The storm sprang at us Monday afternoon, the joint product of a furious coastal low and a giant Arctic high, a nor'easter that defied description. For more than a day, it would pound an inch of snow an hour with winds of hurricane force. By 11 Monday night, traffic had broken down. The city sculpted into a tortured moonscape. And sometime in the small hours, the power went out to 100,000 homes. On Tuesday morning, a winter Atlantis. Silent, buried, paralyzed.
It was, the blizzard of 78 started on the 25th of January, which was my 15th birthday. You know, we didn't prepare much. I think, you know, back then the weather forecasts weren't as detailed as they are now. And we never had blizzards, so we didn't really know what to expect. So it was kind of unexpected, the severity of it. And so we just kind of blew it off and didn't prepare at all, really. Severe. Schools were closed. It was about the time of the energy crisis, is what they called it back then. And so we went to school once a week at the most energy efficient high school in the neighborhood. But all the other schools were closed. And some of our more difficult classes would meet separately. For instance, I had a geometry class I met at Pizza Hut one afternoon a week. The wind blew between 30 and 50 miles an hour for 3 straight days. The snow was deep and it was kind of frozen. Like I said, schools were closed, businesses were closed. It was hard to go anywhere. Pretty much just stranded at home. Deep frozen snow between the middle of January to the middle of February, almost to March. I know a lot of people died. I think 50 people died in the state of Ohio from it. I know Michigan suffered a lot of consequences. It might have been a little worse in Michigan. I know that 100,000 cars were stranded in Detroit City where people just had to get out of their cars and walk home.
It was a cold day, February 78. I was 5 and she was watching me until my folks got back from work and didn't want to get home all too late. And then a warning came from a payphone in another town. Said the roads were getting pretty bad, cars were getting stuck all over, and the snow was really starting to come down. She didn't listen to what my daddy said and was on her way back home, till she found herself behind a diesel send her out on 95. Renfrew, Massachusetts, all alone.
Well, nothing like that's happened in the Midwest since. And the fact that schools and businesses were closed, and the sustained wind, there were gusts up to 100 miles an hour, which rarely happens in the Midwest. And the fact that the wind blew constantly over 30 miles an hour for 3 days has not happened in my lifetime since then. So I think that makes it unique and memorable.
And as most of us waited for the storm to die, some of us were already fighting back. An effort that would grow from a handful to an all-out assault on the aftermath. This is that story, from those who were there, from the first forecast to the latest situation report, now, at this moment, from the shattered beach towns to the buried highways to the governor's command post. This is our story.